In this video, I'm going to go through the heat map in more detail. So in the last video we talked about sort of how the mechanics of the heat map works, but I'm going to go through slightly more in sort of how you could use it, maybe to understand your team, or understand how maybe you should do team constellations, for instance. So in this case we have two candidates. We have Shrekar Shrekson and Timon Pumba, and they have overall a strong competency match against the competency profile that we chose for this specific project. But here we get the information on how they score on all of the competencies in the entire framework that we have. And that gives an understanding of maybe sort of their overall strength or maybe weaknesses, and how could we use this team in an effective way. Maybe where should we use them to get the most bang for the buck, so to speak. And overall, Shrekar Shrekson and Timon Pumba, they have strong overall match towards all of the four dimensions: the strategic, the driving, the operative, and enabling. And I know that because I can look at the number in the middle. So this one of course goes from 0 to 100, with 100 is the highest amount you can get. And in this specific project with these two candidates, we see that the core strengths that they have are within the enabling and operative field. And if you remember from the training, these are the ones that are mainly focused on, enabling is more about agreeableness. It's about communicating, working with other people, being a team player and so on. And the operative is more about getting stuff done, like result-oriented, being conscientious, diligent, and getting stuff done. One area where this team might have not as a prominent strength would be within the strategic field. As you can see here, that's as a 68. That's still a very good score, but compared to the other ones, you can see that it's slightly different. It's slightly lower, meaning that maybe taking more strategic and long-term decisions might not be their most prominent strength. So maybe if we were to add someone to this group, or if we needed to coach this group, maybe we need people that have a strong strategic vision. So the heat map can really help you sort of understand how your team looks like, how a group looks like, and what their strengths and maybe weaknesses could be within a certain area, to get an understanding how you could use that team, coach that team, or which type of leadership you should use to help that group as best as possible.